Assalamu alaikum to all of you. I'm Umar Qureshi from Dr. Sirajul Islam Medical College and I'm in the 4th year. I'm the team member of the Medimartt. Medimartt is a platform for the medical students. As you all know that we are regularly trying to share some short videos on different topics. So here we come with another video. This is the short video on the basics of the heart. This is the 8th part of the basics of the heart. You can watch our previous 7 parts from the links or from the YouTube channel. Okay. And we will try to insert all the links of those videos in the description box of this particular video, inshallah. So let's start. So as you all can see that this is the heart on the left hand side and a page of Ekdatta is inserted on the right hand side. So today we will discuss the inferior border of the heart. So in the inferior border, what Ekdatta is trying to say that it is sharp and separates the sternocostal surface from the diaphragmatic surface. For understanding this point, we have to understand that where is the location of the inferior border. So for that we have to read the next point, and that is it extends from the opening of the inferior vena cava to the apex of the heart. So as we all know that this is the apex of the heart and this is the inferior vena cava. Okay, so basically inferior border extends from the opening of the inferior vena cava to the apex of the heart. So this is the location of the inferior border. Okay, then it is sharp. This border is sharp. That is the point. Then the next point is it separates the sternocostal surface from the diaphragmatic surface. As we all know that this surface is known as the sternocostal surface. Okay, because it is behind to the sternum and the ribs. Ribs are the other name of ribs is the costal. Okay, so that's why it is named as the sternocostal surface. So it separates the inferior border. This inferior border separates the sternocostal surface with the diaphragmatic surface. Below it or the lung, so below it, below the heart, the diaphragm is present. That's why the surface attaching to that surface of the heart attaching to that diaphragm is known as the diaphragmatic surface. So basically the inferior border, it separates the sternocostal surface to the diaphragmatic surface. That's the point. Then the next point is the border is accompanied by the marginal branch of the right coronary artery. For this you have to understand the artery supply or the blood supply of the heart. So right now just learn this thing that the blood supply of the heart is the right and left coronary arteries. Okay, and there are several branches of the right and left coronary artery. So this is the marginal branch of the right coronary artery which is accompanying. Accompanying means like passing through that particular thing, that this is the inferior border. Okay, so the artery will pass through this border. Okay, or accompanying this border means attached to this border. Okay, so that's the thing. The border is accompanied by the marginal branch of the right coronary artery and its corresponding vein. As you all can see that there is a red colored artery and the blue colored vein. Okay, so corresponding means like the same name but with in a different perspective. Okay, so as this is the marginal branch of the right coronary artery, then this is the marginal, the blue color one is the marginal branch of the right coronary vein. Okay, that's the point. Then close to the apex a point is given. Okay, or the close to the apex it presents a notch. Notch means like a small groove type of thing, or means a shallow type of hole type of thing. Okay, so that's called as the notch. Okay, and it is close to the apex. It is known as the incisura epicis cordis, which gives passage to the anterior interventricular branch of the left coronary artery. As I already told you that there are several branches of the right coronary artery and the left coronary artery. So this incisura epicis cordis, this gives passage. Passage means the pathway. Okay, like if the artery is coming like this, okay, this is the pathway of it, so it will go inside this incisura epicis cordis and it will move towards the back of the heart. Okay, so just like that it is giving the pathway or the passage to the anterior interventricular branch of the left coronary artery. Okay, this is the right atrium, right ventricle, this is the left ventricle. So the groove present in between these two ventricles is called as the interventricular groove, and as this is the anterior surface, so that's why it is called as the anterior interventricular groove. Okay, anterior interventricular groove. So the artery running through this or going or through this interventricular groove is known as the anterior interventricular branch of the left coronary artery. Okay, and this incisura epicis cordis gives passage to this artery. So that's it for the inferior border of the heart. Inferior border of the heart is also called as the margo acutus. You don't have to remember this thing because it's not important. So that's it. And guys, if you love the video, then please do share it as much as possible, and please do mention your friends, because it gives us motivation to make more videos like this. And thanks a lot.